Welcome to today's video. Did you know that the world consumes more than 7 million tons of chocolate every year, and that number doubles every 10 years? Chocolate is more than just a sweet treat. It was once considered a gift from the gods. Today, join us as we explore the magical journey of cocoa beans, from harvest to delicious chocolate bars that millions of people enjoy. Join us as we step into a chocolate factory and witness the process. Cocoa, this precious tropical fruit, originated in Central America over 3,000 years ago. After its discovery, it gradually became a symbol of power and luxury. In the mid-19th century, Joseph Fry created the first solid chocolate bar by combining cocoa butter, sugar, and chocolate powder. Following this success, in 1875, Swiss Daniel Peter invented the first milk chocolate with the perfect combination of milk powder, giving it a smooth texture and a distinctive sweet taste, bringing chocolate to the height of its popularity. The cocoa tree grows tall in the hot and humid climates of the tropics and is the main source of supply for global chocolate factories. When the cocoa fruit is first born, it is pale white, then gradually changes color as it ripens. Growing cocoa requires careful care. From the time of sowing the seeds until the tree matures and bears fruit, the farmer must persevere for 3 years, combining watering, pruning, and covering to keep the tree healthy. Every year, when harvest season arrives, the ripe cocoa pods are meticulously picked, one by one. Farmers carefully select only the pods that have reached the perfect ripeness to avoid bitterness. The cocoa pods have a thick and sturdy shell that must be split open with a sharp knife to get the precious cocoa beans inside, ready for processing. After being separated from the pod, the cocoa beans will be taken to the fermentation area. Workers will place the beans in wooden crates or large piles, cover them tightly, and incubate them for about 6 days. The temperature gradually increases. The fermentation process begins. This process helps reduce the bitterness and creates the characteristic rich flavor of cocoa. The beans will gradually darken and begin to have an attractive aroma. When they reach maturity, the beans are dried in the sun to make the shell dry and crispy, ready for the next steps. After drying, the cocoa beans will be carefully checked for quality. The qualified beans are carefully weighed and packaged, then shipped to chocolate factories around the world. Depending on the type of bean and the variety of tree, it takes between 300 and 600 grams of cocoa beans to produce 1 kilogram of chocolate. Once at the factory, the cocoa beans go through a cleaning system that removes impurities such as twigs, stones, and shells. The chocolate-making process requires delicacy at every step. After being cleaned, the raw cocoa beans are transferred to a rotating drum to be heated. This process allows the outer shell of the bean to be easily separated. The beans are then fed into a dehusker, where large rakes pull the beans through a screen to remove large shell pieces. A vacuum then completely removes the smaller shell pieces, leaving us with only the pulp, the essence of the cocoa bean, where all the chocolate flavor is preserved. The shells and the pulp inside will be separated on a vibrating filter system. The cocoa shells are lighter and will sit on top of the filter, while the heavier pulps fall to the bottom to prepare for the next step. The pulp is then roasted in a giant oven, a process similar to roasting coffee. The manufacturer will adjust the roasting time and temperature to optimize, as this is the secret to creating the unique flavor of each chocolate brand. After roasting, the pulp is ground to separate the cocoa butter. Cocoa beans contain about 50% natural cocoa butter, and when ground, the mixture turns into a paste called cocoa liquor. Cocoa liquor contains both cocoa butter and solids, which are the core ingredients of chocolate. The liquor is then pressed to separate the cocoa butter from the solids. The cocoa butter is used to give the chocolate its smoothness and flavor, while the remaining solids are finely ground into cocoa powder. To make chocolate, cocoa butter, sugar, and milk powder are mixed together in a giant mixer. The mixture is continuously kneaded to achieve a smooth texture. The heat and friction during this process activates the cocoa butter, creating a liquid chocolate called chocolate liquor. The mixing process helps the ingredients blend together, ensuring that the sweetness is evenly distributed throughout the chocolate. The chocolate mixture continues its important journey in the conching machine, an indispensable machine in the production process. Here, the chocolate liquor is mixed with cocoa butter, and through friction and temperature, the chocolate gradually becomes smoother and richer. The longer the mixing time, the more perfect the smoothness of the chocolate, and the higher the value. After 16 hours in the conching machine, the chocolate is ready, reaching the ideal smoothness, just waiting to be shaped into delicious chocolate bars. The liquid chocolate is poured into plastic bar molds using a specialized pouring machine. This process is carried out with great care to ensure that there are no air bubbles in each chocolate bar. The machine can fill 336 molds per minute, resulting in the production of over 200,000 chocolate bars per day. The molds then pass through a cooling tunnel where the chocolate hardens for 2 hours. The constant movement in the cold room ensures optimal air circulation, ensuring the chocolate solidifies and retains its flavor. Once the hardening process is complete, the chocolate bars are transferred to the packaging department. A machine quickly wraps each bar in foil, protecting it from air and moisture. Decorative wrapping paper is then placed over the outside to give each bar its own attractive appearance. Thank you for watching the video. If you find this video useful and interesting, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the latest videos. See you again in the next journey of culinary and agricultural discovery.